Good morning, my students, and welcome to your English class, the class of Miss Lupita. Now, the class of the teacher Jacob. Very good. Today, we're going to continue with the additions. But before we start, my children, let's make something different. Please stand up, all of you. Arriba, up, stand up. Okay, are you up? Very good. Now, at the count of 3, we're going to shake all of our body because sometimes we have some laziness inside of us. So we are going to get rid of it by shaking our body. Para que se nos quite esa flojera, nos vamos a sacudir todo nuestro cuerpo. At the count of 3. But you have to wait for me, okay, until when I say 3, we started. If I say 2, remember we have to wait until number 3. Hasta que diga 3 comenzamos. 1, 2. It's still number 2, and you have to wait. 3. Okay, let's start shaking our body. Shake your head, shake your face, your ears, your mouth, your arms, your fingers, your hands, your legs, your stomach, your feet. All that laziness goes away. Toda esa flojera la hacemos a un lado. Ready? Very good. Let's start. Now, for this, like I mentioned it, we're going to continue with the additions. Now, for this, if you want to work in synchrony with the teacher, you can do it by grabbing your book, your teddy book, and your pencil. Si quieren trabajar junto al teacher, vayan por su libro y por su estuchera. I'm going to count 5 seconds so you can go and get them. Voy a contar a 5 para vayan por él. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once you have your teddy book, the page of today is right here. It's only one page. Again, exercises with additions, okay? Now remember, my children, the word addition in Spanish means suma. Quiere decir que vamos a sumar objetos para ver cuántos vamos a tener en total. Lo mismo va a suceder con números, because sometimes instead of objects, we can have numbers, not necessarily objects. No necesariamente para hacer sumas tenemos que tener objetos, sino también el uso de números. So, for that, it's very important that you remember all of the numbers from number 1 to number 20. Very good. Now, what about the symbols? We have 2 important symbols to make additions. The first one is the plus symbol. Remember, the plus symbol looks like a cross and indicates addition. Nos indica que el ejercicio es una suma. If we don't have the plus symbol, si no lo tenemos, it doesn't indicate nothing, no indica nada. So it's very important that you pay attention. If we have the plus symbol, it's an addition. The second symbol is the equal symbol, which is right here. Whenever we have the equal symbol, 2 lines, one up and one down, means the result, okay? Quiere decir que vamos a escribir el resultado, el total de nuestra suma, okay? Very good. Now, let's start, my children. The first addition that appears on your teddy book is this. As you can see here, we have a geometric shape, we have squares. Now, the squares that are up, how many are they? ¿Cuántos son los cuadrados que aparecen en la parte de arriba? 1 and 2. Very good. Now, under we have another square. Abajo tenemos otro cuadrado. How many are they here under this part? ¿Cuántos son en esta parte de abajo? 1. Now that we have how many are they up and down, ya que sabemos cuántos hay arriba y abajo, we're going to count all of them. Vamos a contar todos to see their result. 1, 2, 3. 3 squares in total. Now, the number 3, do you remember the shape and form of number 3? The snake. Very good. So, with your pencil, you are going to write number 3, which is the result, el resultado of the first edition de nuestra primera suma. Number 3, the snake. Very good. Now remember, also very important, there are 2 types of additions. Hay 2 tipos de sumas. The ones that are vertical, las que son verticales, quiere decir que son las que están de pie, paradas, or horizontal additions, o las horizontales que son las que están acostadas. Very good. The addition that we just did is vertical addition, una suma vertical. We are going to make an horizontal addition. Ahora vamos a hacer una en forma horizontal. Once again, here we have several squares. Tenemos varios cuadrados. The squares that are here are in color purple. Now, remember, we have our symbol, our plus symbol indicating addition. Indica una suma, nuestro símbolo más, okay? Very good. Now, on the left side, del lado izquierdo, let's see how many squares are there. Vamos a ver cuántos tenemos. 1 and 2. Now, on the other side, del otro lado, how many are there? ¿Cuántos tenemos? 1. Now, let's count all of them. Vamos a contar todos to see the result, para ver nuestro resultado, o el total. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 squares. And once again, number 3 is like the snake. Very good. Excellent. Very, very easy. Now, remember that I mentioned it's not necessarily that we have objects in our additions. No es necesario que nuestras sumas siempre tengan objetos. Like a square, like a circle, like an apple, like oranges. The additions can be just about numbers. Las sumas pueden ser únicamente con números. When we work with numbers, cuando nosotros trabajamos con números, podemos utilizar, we can use our hands, podemos utilizar nuestras manos para nuestro conteo, o podemos escribir líneas en la parte de abajo de los números. For this, let's use our fingers. Para estas sumas con números vamos a utilizar los dedos, okay? Very good. Now, once again, we have our plus symbol, nuestro símbolo más, and on the upper side of the addition, what number is it? ¿Qué número tenemos en nuestra parte de arriba? Number 3. Very good. So for this, in our first hand, en nuestra primera manita, how many fingers are we going to lift? ¿Cuántos deditos vamos a levantar? 3. Only 3. 1, 2, 3. Why 3? ¿Por qué 3? Porque este es el número que nos indica el primer dígito. Under, abajo, we have another number. Tenemos otro número. What number is this? Number 2. This means that in the second hand, quiere decir que en la siguiente mano, we are going to lift 2 fingers. Vamos a levantar 2 deditos. The ones that we have here, this doesn't move. Estos no se mueven, se quedan firmes porque son los primeros dígitos que tenemos aquí. So, in the second hand, once again, 2 fingers. 1 and 2. And we have them. We have 3 on the first hand and we have 2 on the second hand. Now, let's count all of them. Vamos a contar todos to see the result, para ver cuál es nuestro resultado. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are they in total? 5 fingers, okay? Now remember, number 5 is the number that has the big stomach, the big belly, que está bien infladote. Number 5. You see? Very good. Excellent. Now next to the second addition, again we return with the objects. Regresamos con los objetos. For this, we have circles color green. Now, once again, we have to count. Tenemos que contar first the ones that are up, los que están arriba. 1, 2, and 3. Now, under we have more circles. How many are they? ¿Cuántos círculos tenemos abajo? 1 and 2. Now that we have count, the ones that are up and the ones that are down, we're going to count how many are in total. Ahora vamos a contar cuántos son en total. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How many are they? 5 circles. So once again, we're going to write number 5. Excellent, very good. So as you can see, it's not that difficult. It's easy, but it's easier if you remember and memorize the numbers, okay? So if you still have any difficulty with additions, don't worry, my children, because we're going to work constantly with this kind of operations. So that's it for today, my children. I hope that you have an excellent day. Take care as always. Goodbye.